about a 3 week hiatus. I'm back at it. Um, I will definitely say the last 2 weeks have really been atrocious in terms of my fitness and my diet. I went through a pretty extreme period where I just essentially, for about 3 weeks, I was literally getting up every day, working until I went to bed, and getting up and doing it the next day. And I mean 7 days a week. And that in terms of my work turned out very well, but it was a hugely stressful period, and it left me just feeling very drained, both physically and mentally. Really haven't been back at it much this week. This week has been much lighter for me, and I've honestly just been resting. Although I will say I'm a bit frustrated, not bit, I'm quite frustrated because I'm still dealing with two injuries. I just went to the doctor yesterday. I mentioned the shoulder injury, which is still lingering since last September, and it's really bothering me that because it's slowing down my ability to work out. But then the biggest one is I discovered yesterday. I've been dealing with a leg injury since December, and I didn't really know what it was, and I looked up on Google just what causes leg pain in both your hamstring and your calf. I'm like, this is weird. I've never had both be injured and stay injured like this. And what came up was sciatica. And I went to the doctor yesterday and she did some range of motion tests and she said it definitely sounds like that. So she just gave me an order for physical therapy and I'm going to start next week on that. I also have to get my shoulder and my lower back x-rayed. She even said when she looks at the x-ray, she may recommend a chiropractor. She said there's potential I might need to see an orthopedic surgeon depending on how bad the injury is with my back and my shoulder. So it's just been a frustrating time for me. I really, feel anxious to get up and running. I wanted to use this winter to really work on speed, and particularly this injury with my leg, which has been lingering since early December, has just really impacted my ability to run. Shoulder injury has really impacted my ability to go heavy. So, I feel very limited in terms of what I can do, but I'm trying to stay active. The most important thing is my diet, but I definitely will say I have lost discipline. I've probably eaten worse the last 2 weeks than I ate over Christmas break. I stepped on the scale this morning. I'm expecting to see a horrid number. I know I'm going to be over 250. There's a chance I could be over 260. And I kept delaying looking at this number because it's always frustrating. I think it was 3 weeks ago tomorrow, Saturday, where I was 237 and I was looking to make a push to get under 235. And I will say, with all the stress I was dealing with at work, I stepped on the scale. I was really on it after seeing that 237, and I'm like, let's go, let's do this, let's get under 235 by this coming Friday. And I stepped on the scale like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and I saw I had gone up to 240, and that really was. Keep in mind, this was in contact. Keep in context, it was dealing with a very extreme period at work, and I was fasting, and I think I had 2 days where I had one meal and had run a couple times and lifted a couple times. I was like, I may be under 235 right now, and I saw 240, and I really just let go of the reins. I know the combination of pushing on that and the extreme work conditions I was dealing with just broke my will. I don't know how else to put it. And I started to be lax with my diet. And then finishing the after finishing my big effort at work, it turned into, well, I deserve to celebrate. I've been killing myself, and I ate really poorly last week. And I weighed myself on Monday morning, and I said I was going to give myself 2 weeks before I stepped on the scale. I did not look at what it was, but I know it's a bad number. And then I started off this week eating properly. I was back on my diet Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But then, like Wednesday night, I really had a break in my discipline again, and I ate really poorly yesterday. So I'm definitely expecting to be north of 250, 255, possibly over 260, because my diet has been terrible for the last 2 weeks, like just atrocious. And I know I gain weight really quickly these days. So I figured the best thing to do is to face up to what I've been avoiding for the last 2 weeks. Look at this number. It's going to shock me. It's going to frustrate me. But from there, I'll start the process of getting back on track. So let's see what I was this morning when I got on the scale. I am not looking forward to this, but this is a part of the process. This is going to be an ugly number. Oh, wow. I mean, it's not great, but I was expecting this to be north of 255. I'll be honest. Um, I was expecting this to be north of 255. Well, it looks like I was though because I weighed myself on Monday. So it looks like I was north of 255. Let's just look at the history so you can see what I was talking about. So, uh, what day is this? Oh, my average is 244. So let's just take a look at the history. So this morning it was 249. Yeah, Monday was the first day. Like I said, I really pigged out. My presentation was uh, Thursday, and I really just ate like crap all weekend. So I had gone up to 255. That is the Wednesday that I mentioned. So here I was the 237, and I was trying to make a push for getting under 235 that week. And just, I think this is a Sunday. So I probably fasted Sunday and Tuesday, and I weighed myself Wednesday morning, and I saw I went up, and that just really broke my spirit. And then you can see I just really dropped off. I stopped weighing myself. I stopped everything. But this week, I'm pretty sure I probably ran. I probably lifted, and I probably just was going all out for a couple days. And I remember that Wednesday morning, I wanted to check, and I was hoping to see. I'm like, even if I'm not under 235, I was hoping I'd see like 236, 235 and change. I wanted to get under 235. And that number really broke my spirit. And I had, it was like I said, it was during a period where I just was working like from the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep. And you can see I went from 240 to 259 in 12 days. And then I got back on my diet on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm not gonna say I ate crap on Wednesday evening, but I had some Boca burgers, which I don't normally eat. I had a bun, two buns, two Boca burgers. They each had a bun and a slice of cheddar cheese. I ate my normal meal plan meals for lunch and protein shake. Stayed off all the crap. And I was on my plan Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I did not have a day where I fasted, so some of the weight came off. But I ate like crap yesterday, like total crap. So um, that's where I stand. So right now I'm 249. Down 6 pounds from Monday. BMI is 28%. Body fat is 29.7, which is terrible. Skeletal muscle mass, 92.7 pounds of muscle on my frame, 14 pounds of bone mass, and 51% body water. So the question is, where do I go from here? This is definitely going to cost me my goal of getting under 230 by April 1st. It's just the reality that I'm facing. But what I will say is I'm not giving up on this quarter. I'm going to set one simple goal, which is a modest goal, but it's an important one for me mentally, and that is 3 weeks from tomorrow, I'm going on a trip, first vacation since the pandemic started. I want to step on the plane under 240 pounds. That's an important hurdle for me. I kind of want that to be the bar for my absolute heaviest. Like I want that to be kind of what 250 and 260 used to be. And when I was really overweight, what 320 used to be, like I would see 320 in the scale, and I'm like, oh my God, I've got so out of shape. And I would immediately start working out and get somewhere between 290 and 300. And I did that for a number of years. Like, I want to stay consistently under 240, and I want to enter Q2 with the mindset of making progress. I'm not going to make any real progress in Q1. Not happy about that, but I'm just going to have to accept, what's happened. The last 2.5 weeks, whatever it's been since the 16th, haven't been too kind to me. So, haven't been too kind to myself, but it's important that I document this. It's important that I saw where I'm at, because it's easy to keep saying, "Oh, tomorrow I'll look at the scale," which is what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks. I should have looked at the scale on Monday morning, and I'm sure it would have created a sense of urgency that just hasn't been there. I didn't want to compound the stress I dealt with in the last couple of weeks by looking at the number, but in hindsight, it didn't help me not looking at that 255. Um, so I needed to do this, because if I had not looked at this, I'm sure I would have kept eating poorly all weekend, and it would have been Monday, then it would have been next Friday, and this would have continued to compound. I know where I'm at, really not happy with where I'm at, but I want to set the simple stated goal of 3 weeks from today, I'm going to weigh in, and I want to come in under 240 pounds. When I go on my trip, I want to come in under 240 pounds. That is my one stated goal for the remainder of Q1, and we will tackle Q2 when I get back. But that's where I am. That's what's been happening the last couple of weeks, and it's time to get back on track. So for now, for Reed Fitness, signing